Welcome to the Our Vision Caribbean and Latino Filmmaker Podcast, hosted by Charles Aline and Dr. Christopher C. Odom. On this episode, we speak with Nicolás Ecke, an executive producer from the independent feature film Car 24, directed by Matías Desiderio. This episode is sponsored by the Our Vision Caribbean and Latino Film Festival, which is dedicated to ensuring that Caribbean and Latino filmmakers have a voice that's heard and a wide audience to showcase their work. The Our Vision Caribbean and Latino Film Festival is the only combined Caribbean and Latino film festival that is Oscar qualifying for short films. Each year, Our Vision will screen the winners of the short film categories live in theaters on both coasts for 1 week as part of the requirements for Oscar consideration. Click the link in our profile now to submit your film to the next Our Vision Caribbean and Latino Film Festival to share your work, reach your audience, and turn your dreams into reality.
Our first podcast for Caribbean Latino Film Festival, which is going to be happening January the 13th, 2024. Our first guest is I'll let Nicolás introduce himself. And go ahead, Nicolás, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you.
Well, my name is Nicolás Ecke. I'm from Argentina. I came to the U.S. 10 years ago. I became American. I'm very proud of that. My family, my ethnicity, my dad's family is from Germany. My mom's family is from Italy. So I have a mix. And since I was a kid, I always wanted to be in the U.S. I used to love Eddie Murphy, for example. I used to love those movies. Eddie Murphy was an icon for me. Eddie Murphy, Jackie Chan, Jim Carrey. Those.
All right, so that was the reason why you wanted to come to Hollywood and get into and become a producer, actor.
Yeah, since I was a kid, I always wanted to be an actor. But my dad didn't allow me to do commercials. They used to call me to do like different type of commercials.
Okay.
My dad used to say that it was for gay people. So, so I guess until I was maybe 18, I started studying theater. And I started doing commercials. I did commercial for Listerine,
Okay.
Here in the U.S., they used to film back then. They used to film in Argentina because it used to be cheaper. It still is,
Okay, so
yeah,
that's a good. So tell me something. What's the film industry like in Argentina? What is that like?
Oh, it's pretty well. It's pretty good, but the difference that you don't get paid that much than in the U.S. We have a great industry over there, great actors, but most of the good talent, they go to Spain also because they make more money also.
So do you guys have in Argentina, do you guys have like a good novella? Because I know novellas are pretty big in the Latino community. Is that like a good industry in Argentina, like making novellas?
Yes, I do have few friends used to be in the telenovelas. And believe it or not, it's funny that they used to sell those type of novellas in Israel. In Israel, wow. Used to be super famous.
Nice.
Yeah, that's funny. That's the reason I'm telling you, because when I came here to the U.S., I started selling hair strainers. I used to work with the Israelis.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Wow, man. It sounds like you had a good journey so far. It sounds like it's been an interesting journey. You did a lot for a short space of time.
Correct. I'm a hard worker.
So
yes.
You said a lot of actors from Argentina like try to work in Spain or other places to make more money. Do you find that there's more work in Argentina but more money in Spain or other countries? I mean, how does that even out? Is it worth going back to Argentina to have more work, or
I rather stay here.
okay?
For me, I wouldn't go to Argentina for work. I will go to visit my family. I really like the US. I'm already used to, I've been here for a long time. So yeah, actually my good friend Matías Desiderio, he's an Argentinian actor, director, and he's a good friend of Al Pacino, for example. And he lives here also. He goes back and forward, LA and Argentina. So I met him a few years ago, and then because of him, I start producing my first movies. He was the director, and then he put me in, as an executive producer.
Okay, so what was that like? What was your first film experience like? And could you name that film?
Like I done like different movies. What do you mean to talk about it?
Just tell us your experience. Like, when you walk on set, how did you put it together? How did it came about? How did they get you on as an executive producer? The whole journey.
So we did 3 movies, but my main movie was Car 24 in 2023, like right now.
Okay. So do you want to talk a little bit about Car 24, how that all came about?
Yeah. So Car 24 is about 2 hitmen that they met here in LA, and we filmed the movie, most of it, in a car.
Oh, cool.
So because we didn't have that much money, that much budget, it cost us like $100,000.
Wow.
Do you remember what camera you shot on?
I don't. I was more like the executive producer. He's more the artist, and for me, it was like I put money there and I help him with different shots. I give him my perspective, and it started like a game, but we end up winning the audience award.
Oh, congratulations.
Here in LA, in ARPA Film Festival. It's a small festival. It's been for over 25 years. So the festival was in Beverly Hilton. So it was a great festival. And then suddenly we sold the movie and we ended up being in Cannes.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm a hard worker guy, so I couldn't go there, But yeah, we won, and then we sold the movie, and now my friend Matías is coming next month. I'm gonna introduce you, Charles, to Matías. He's a great guy.
Nice.
Yes, he's kind of like the Marlon Brando from Argentina. He's a true artist. He really loves acting, He's a true actor, So yeah, I'm very excited. Suddenly, I got good credits, good pictures, and I think that's a good foundation to start my career. This is just the beginning.
All right, nice, my friend. So Car 24 looks like it's on its way to achieving more stuff. Did you guys enter it in more film festivals? What's the next step for Car 24?
That's a good question, actually. That's a great question.
What was the transition like working in front of the camera to actually working behind the camera and shifting to executive producer?
It's way easier. It's way easier. But yeah, I think in life and in the movie industry, it's about the choices, the decisions that we make. I think that's the key. The decisions that we make. If we want to film it here, we want to do this, we want to do that. Because once you make a choice, you can't go back. You can, but you need to be pretty sure about it. All the decisions that you make about actors, actress, to make sure you're gonna do a smoothly production.
There's a lot of actors out there like you who would also like the opportunity to get behind the camera. Did you find that having worked in front of the camera, did that help you at all in making suggestions to your friend and setting up shots?
So it's funny. It's a good question, actually, because once you're behind the camera, you have different eyes. You can see everything. Oh, I will do this here. Oh, you know what? You should do this here. Once you're in front of the camera, it's a different story. It's a different animal. I think being behind the camera is way easier than being in front of the camera.
Cool. So before I lose my thought, can we just talk a little bit about what's the next step for Car 24? I think that was my question there. What plans do you have for Car 24?
So now we need to wait and to see. Actually, I can't say this until we already signed. We need to sign a contract in the next few weeks with some big production company, and so I think we're working already in another movie, and we want to keep going. We don't want to stay too long with the film. We want to keep creating and keep scaling and keep climbing the ladder to Hollywood. I think the Car 24 was more like an experience for us, and even though it was pretty successful, we want to keep doing more movies. That's what we want to do.
Okay, can you tell us anything? Oh, go ahead, Charles.
Oh, so I was going to ask you, piggyback on that question. You see, you wanted to, you're planning a new movie. Could you share a little bit about what's coming up for you? What's next for you in terms of new movies?
So the new movie is a little bit kind of like the Wolf of Wall Street, related with the solar industry.
The solar industry?
Correct. Like in the solar industry, you have a lot of sales reps, a lot of salesperson, and actually how we met, Charles. But yeah, we've been in the solar industry also for a few years, and there's a lot of going on there. It's kind of like Wall Street. It's true. It's different animal, but it's kind of similar. So we're already working on that, and we have our great producer, Sergio Bruna. He's from Spain. He's a dear friend of mine. And he already produced a few shows and few movies. Actually, he's one of the producers of Car 24. So it's going to be a little bit weird and bizarre and cool and funny. And we're going to have trainees in the movie. We're going to have like drugs. We're going to have it's going to be amazing. We're going to film it in LA.
All right.
It's going to be kind of like a hustle movie.
Nice.
So yeah, that's pretty much,
That idea sounds very original. I'm using my psychic powers, and I see that you might be back at Cannes again.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah, correct. You say it. Like Matías, he wanted to do a different type of movie, more artistic. And I told Matías, we need to do a little bit something that's gonna be more commercial, and we want to have better actors. Most of our budget is gonna be, we're gonna pay it to famous actors. We want to have few good faces there in the movie.
As a matter of fact, I'll give you guys a tagline for free: the dark side of a bright future.
Which one is that one?
the dark side of a bright future. That could be your tagline for the movie.
I love it, Chris.
This episode is sponsored by the Our Vision Caribbean and Latino Film Festival, which is dedicated to ensuring that Caribbean and Latino filmmakers have a voice that's heard and a wide audience to showcase their work. The Our Vision Caribbean and Latino Film Festival is the only combined Caribbean and Latino film festival that is Oscar qualifying for short films. Each year, Our Vision will screen the winners of the short film categories live in theaters on both coasts for 1 week as part of the requirements for Oscar consideration. Click the link in our profile now to submit your film to the next Our Vision Caribbean and Latino Film Festival to share your work, reach your audience, and turn your dreams into reality.
Nice one, Chris. I love that one too. I love that one. All right, so we're pretty much I think we're coming to the, we don't want to keep you too long because I know you have a busy day ahead of you. So as a producer, and let's say if someone new to the game, because you produced 3 films, you have one that's, have a nice little run in terms of, going to Cannes, win an award, audience award. Like, so now if a kid coming out of college or someone who's trying to become a producer, what kind of advice would you have for that, for those young people who's trying to break into the industry?
Work your ass off. You need to work hard.
Yes.
Like I started selling hair trainers, 12 hours a day. We used to get paid only commissions. I always wanted to be an actor, but I didn't have money. I wasn't from here. So I knew that if you're a foreign, you want to be an actor, you want to be in the film industry, you want to work your ass off. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to work in the film industry. I used to work hard and do acting on the side, until you have your moment. You're going to have your opportunity to shoot. So be ready, be prepared, be prepared, work. Don't try to say, oh, I only want to be this type of actor. Oh, I'm going to work in acting. No, you need to work. You need to make money. You need to survive. Here is expensive, So work hard, keep dreaming, but work hard, keep dreaming. Eventually, if you can hold it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand.
Nice.
Again, keep it. If you can hold it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. So work, move, drive, go. Don't stay. Don't stop. Don't wait for the right moment, for the right opportunity. The right opportunity is gonna come to you, looking for you, knocking at your door. Once you're moving forward, once you're moving and working hard. That's my advice for everyone.
Okay. I really like that you pointed out that working hard also means putting money in your hand and not just dreams in your mind.
Correct, Chris. I met a lot of actors that they were broke. I was broke. And they were waiting for the right movie. They're going to become millionaires. Come on, dude. If those people that you see that they become millionaires, it's because they're working hard for many years. They've been moving. They've been washing dishes, doing different type of works. I like sales. I've been in sales my whole life because you learn how to talk with people, how to talk in front of the camera. That's the best thing you can ever do. Even as a waitress, it's great because you get to talk with human beings. That's a real movie. It's like I used to be in a 24/7 movie. I used to work daily in real life. It used to be like a movie. Funny things, bad things, but then all your experience, you can put it in front of a camera. or behind of a camera, but you need to have experience, life experience, and for that you need to work, you need to fail, you need to meet clients, you need to go talk with a neighbor, you need to try to be you need to be on service, you need to help others. If you can do it, go help the old lady, your neighbor. Be a nice man, be a nice human being. And God exists, man. God was, I used to, something I want to share really quick, Charles. I used to be an alcoholic, for example. I've been sober for 5 years.
Oof.
Oh, congratulations.
And I get to meet a lot of actors and producers, like famous actors.
Mm-hmm.
I get good friends with a lot of people. I'm not allowed to say the names, but I'm telling you, I know a lot of great people in LA. Because sometimes they say, oh, your life is perfect. It's not. But I try to smile always. I try to, we have our daily reprieve, our daily fight against us about fear, fear of success, fear of famous, fear of this, fear of that. Just move it forward. Wake up in the morning, do your bed, get on your knees, pray, be grateful. Once you go to sleep, get on your knees and say thank you for your wonderful day. I always like to say, we never have bad days. We only have bad moments. Because in the end, we have a house, we have a place to take a shower, we have food. Like, we complain a lot. I see around all the time. People complain. What do you complain about it? You are alive, my friend. You are alive. What are you complaining? You have 2 legs, you have 2 arms. You can see, you can hear, you can smell, you can eat. You live in the US. What else you want? Be grateful. Be grateful, and God will give you everything. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I like to say there are no bad situations. There's only new opportunities. One time when I was in LA and I was an actor and I was behind the camera, I was actually living with Charles. I didn't have a lot of money to buy food. And so I said, if I can't buy food, sounds like a diet. If I'm on a diet, I might as well go work out. Don't have money for the gym, so I'm going to go in the park. I'm going to do body weight, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And guess what? I lost a lot of weight and got really healthy. It turned out that wasn't a bad thing, not having money. I turned that into a great thing. There's only opportunities. Is the glass half empty or is it 2 times overflowing? And so, yeah, it's just all how you look at it and how you approach life. I've done a lot of the things you've said you've done. I've worked in front and behind the camera. I've done sales. I've been a waiter. I've done customer service. I get it. You have to go out there and live life and experience life. And no matter what you're doing, that will influence, the thing that's in your mind, your dream. You'll be able to draw from all of that just to make your life and your experience and your career so much richer. I'm so glad I had the opportunity to speak with you today.
Nice.
Thanks, man. This was really positive, Nicholas. This was a really positive first podcast. I really appreciate you coming on and just being honest and sharing your story with us. And people who's going to be listening to this podcast, I hope they can take away something from it, knowing that if you struggle, that's not the end of you. There's always a brighter tomorrow. As long as you wake up and you have strength, you can achieve what you want to achieve. And I think listening to you and Chris, folks can take that away, knowing that, hey, man, I'm not alone. People experience things that I'm going through right now. They were able to come through on the other side. So I'm glad you guys share and just really been positive for this first podcast. And before I let you go, Nicholas, one thing, could you share with us your favorite I'm going to keep it Argentina, your favorite Argentina director, favorite Argentina movie, and favorite Argentina actor?
My favorite Argentinian movie is Nueve Reinas. In Spanish, Nueve Reinas is 9 queens. You should watch that. And my favorite actor and director is my friend Matías. You know, Matías Desiderio.
Good answer.
We need to help each other.
All right. Thank you, guys. And we'll be doing this again. Chris and myself will be coming. This is our podcast, and we coming on here like every week. Chris, how would you explain our podcast?
In our mind, we want to be every week, and then we're going to see what we can put in our hand.
Nice. Nice. All right, guys. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Charles. Appreciate you guys. See you soon.
All right.
Thank you, Nicolás.
Bye.
All right, guys. Later.
This episode is sponsored by the Our Vision Caribbean and Latino Film Festival, which is dedicated to ensuring that Caribbean and Latino filmmakers have a voice that's heard and a wide audience to showcase their work. The Our Vision Caribbean and Latino Film Festival is the only combined Caribbean and Latino film festival that is Oscar qualifying for short films. Each year, Our Vision will screen the winners of the short film categories live in theaters on both coasts for 1 week as part of the requirements for Oscar consideration. Click the link in our profile now to submit your film to the next Our Vision Caribbean and Latino Film Festival to share your work, reach your audience, and turn your dreams into reality.